Hi, today we're going to look at some French question words. And we've learned all sorts of French question words like qui and quoi and pourquoi and où and quand. But we're going to look at a special group of them, including qu'est-ce, que, qu'est-ce qui, and qu'est-ce que. Let's pronounce them again. Qu'est-ce, que, qu'est-ce qui, qu'est-ce que. Notice that they all begin with qui or que, and they end with qui or que. You're going to notice that if we are talking about a person, the first word in that expression is going to be qui. If we were talking about a thing, not a person, the first word is going to be que. In this case, we have QU apostrophe instead of QUE, because the next word starts with a vowel or H, so we can't have QUE and then a vowel or H right after it. So we know from looking at this sentence that we're talking about a person. We know from this one that we're talking about a thing. We know from this one that we're talking about a person. And we know from this one that we're talking about a thing. The last word in the question expression tells us a lot too. Qui or que. Ooh, what's going on here? And qui. And we're going to learn in a little bit that if it's qui, it means it's the subject of the sentence. If it's que, it's the object. Dun, dun, dun. We'll talk about that one. And this qui here means that it is the subject. Let's look and see what the heck it is that I'm talking about. So if the first word of the question is qui, you're talking about a person. If the first word of the question is que or que, you're talking about a thing. Let's look at a few sentences that might be things that we like to ask questions about. Je considère mon dilemme. I consider my dilemma, or I am considering my dilemma, or I do consider my dilemma. Je considère mon dilemme. Je is the object, considère is the verb, mon dilemme is the object. Pierre est venu. Pierre is the subject, est venu is the verbal phrase, and we actually don't have an object. Le catastrophe arrive. The subject is le catastrophe, the verb is arrive. So let's look at that first one. Je considère mon dilemme. Let's pretend I didn't hear this je. So what I hear is considère mon dilemme. I want to know, who's considering my dilemma? I want to replace the subject that is also a person with a question word. So first of all, it's a person, so I'm going to use qui. And it's the subject of the sentence as well. So I'm going to use qui here. So I'm going to say qui est-ce qui? Qui est-ce qui? Okay, let's see what happens. Qui est-ce qui considère ton dilemme? And guess what? If you're saying qui est-ce qui, it is also possible just to say qui. Qui est-ce qui can also be replaced by qui. Qui est-ce qui is the same thing as qui. Qui veut mon sandwich? Qui est-ce qui veut mon sandwich? Qui est-ce qui can always be replaced by qui. The opposite is not true. Qui cannot always be replaced by qui est-ce qui. But that's a conversation for another day. Let's look at another example. Je considère mon dilemme. In this case, I heard the je just fine, but I didn't hear mon dilemme. So this is what I heard. Je considère... What are you considering? I want to ask a question. What are you considering? And I think they're talking about a thing, not a person. They're talking about a thing, not a person, so I'm going to start with this, que. And this mon dilemme is the object, so I'm going to use que here. Que and que, oops, que and que. I come up with qu'est-ce que tu considères? I suppose I could have said qu'est-ce que vous considérez? The person who's talking said je, so I'm just going to answer using you. If I hear someone say, I'm considering, I'll say, what are you considering? Qu'est-ce que tu considères? It's a thing and it's an object, so I'm going to use qu'est-ce que. Qu'est-ce que tu considères? And you have no options. All you have is qu'est-ce que. Before we saw that there was another option for this one. But for qu'est-ce que, the only option is qu'est-ce que. Ah, let's look at another one. Pierre est venu. Pierre est venu. Pierre came. Say I didn't hear who came, so I hear est venu. I'll say, who came? Now I'm going to be replacing a person, and I'm going to be replacing the subject. So I'm going to say qui est-ce qui? Qui est-ce qui est venu? Or I could just say qui est venu? Which one do you think most people choose to use? You're right. The easier, shorter, simpler one. But qui est-ce qui is always correct. Ooh, let's look at another. La lettre est arrivée. The letter arrived, or the letter came, the letter got here. La lettre est arrivée. And we didn't hear the first part, so we heard, hey, guess what? Est arrivé. So I'm going, what arrived? Sounds like it's probably going to be a person. I mean, excuse me, it sounds like it's probably not going to be a person. It's going to be a thing. So I'm going to use thing and subject of the sentence. Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Now, sometimes if somebody hears the word qui, they automatically think it means a person. It means a person if the qui is in this position. Here, it could be a person or a thing. When you have qui here, it means it is the subject of the sentence. Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? What arrived? We know it's a subject. How about this one? Pauline est arrivée. Pauline est arrivée. Now imagine that you know I'm talking about a person. Oops, I gave that answer away. You know I'm talking about a person, but you didn't hear the person's name. So you're going to say, who arrived? Well, you're going to talk about a person, and it's going to be the subject of the sentence, right? Because there's no object in here. There's nothing else. All we have is a subject and a verb. You're going to say, qui est-ce qui est arrivé? Qui est-ce qui est arrivé? Or qui est arrivé? Remember, qui est-ce qui is the same thing as qui. Here's another one. Le catastrophe arrive. What is it what's coming? What's going to arrive? Or what's happening? The catastrophe is happening. Okay? Le catastrophe arrive. Well, I didn't hear what they said was coming. It's too horrible. I don't want to admit it. And I say, what is it that's happening? Or what's coming? And I'm going to ask, I know it's going to be the subject, but I think it's going to be a thing. So I'm going to say a thing that's a subject. It's going to be qu'est-ce qui? Qu'est-ce qui? Qu'est-ce qui arrive? La fin. Thank you for listening.